were you saying? Stream Health was showing that?
Yeah, see right there, I was in the green, and then it went red, and it said video output to low. Not receiving enough video, so viewers would see buffering and stuff. Is it back on? Or something's spinning.
Seems much better right now, she said.
Okay. Thanks for sticking with me, you guys. Thanks.
See how that goes.
All right, so I'm in the green right now. Okay, good. Oh, and Rachel's on, maybe? Now it says 0. 0 watching, so.
Well, I may not have caught up because somebody commented.
Oh, okay.
Right after we started.
Oh, okay. So. Oh, I see. Okay, I see there's a little bit of a delay on there. Okay, yep, Stephanie's still here. All right, thanks for hanging on. Thanks for sticking with me. Oh my goodness. So, okay, yes, I am fanning myself, and I'm not going through a personal season or having menopause. No, it's just hot in here because I'm sitting in the corner of my bedroom under studio lights, and they get hot. So my bedroom is upstairs. It's hotter today. Getting a little sweaty. And I had to turn the air down, so it's gotten cooler up here, but these lights get really hot. So I have like a ring light around the camera, and I've got a light right there and a light right there. There's like those studio lights, like rectangular ones. And then I have this gold reflector screen right here, and that's not a light, but anyway, I've got all these things like right here. so trying to get in and out of my little corner, it's like doing the limbo to get in here. So yeah, summertime, Stephanie, summertime. So yeah, that's a little hot. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. I don't know what you guys are doing today, but thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to get on YouTube and wish you all a wonderful day. And I also wanted to just encourage you to be an encouragement to someone else today who, there's some people out there. I saw a post this week, and I know, and Rachel, we just talked about this in the other group, but hola, Colin, hello. Oh, Stephanie, that's cool. Hubby and kids clean the house while you took a shower. Okay, we'll take that. We went out to Red Robin today for lunch, so I didn't have to do anything there. I had been craving burgers. I wanted a burger for so long, and so we went to Red Robin, and I had a tavern burger, and I ate the whole thing, and I'm like, oh. Let's see, Rachel, yeah, but I might hear it here. I didn't hear much in the other chat, so, oh, you can hear better now. Okay, go figure. So I do want to make just a plug for the Recycled Mom Facebook group, which is a private chat group, which every Sunday we have a private chat there at 2:30 Eastern Time. And we have about 55 members. And I created that group as an extension of this channel because I wanted to be able to take topics that I talk about here or that we talk about in a chat and, like today, but be able to go over to the group and talk about it more in depth where we're able to share, share more openly because, YouTube, you never know who you're going to get on YouTube and who's going to see your stuff and that kind of thing. So I just wanted to be able to be something just a little bit more of a private nature, so that you are the only person that can see what's being posted in there. Kind of like what's in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in the Recycled Mom group stays in the Recycled Mom group. And so you would need to go to facebook.com and search for the Recycled Mom. You will see two things that pop up. You'll see one that has a Recycled Mom logo, which is the coffee stain logo that I have, and you'll see another group that has my face on it. You want the one that is the group that has the logo. Okay, you don't want my Facebook page because I don't do the chat there. I do it in the group. And I would love to have more women, more moms join in that group because we are all going through something. We've either gone through something, we're going through something right now, or we're on the other side now. Okay. And so, you're gonna, or maybe there's something that you're going to go through. If you haven't gone through it yet, it's probably going to happen to you sooner or later. We have women of all ages in there. We have moms in there of all kinds. We have, I'll just say that we have moms of all kinds in there. So you don't have to be, you don't have to be married. You can be divorced. You can be, just a single mom. You could be a widow. You can be a grandmom. You can be, adoptive mom, foster mom, rainbow mom. I mean, anything, any kind of whatever, if you're a mom, come into the group. Let's have a chat. This group is for you. This group, even here on YouTube, I wanted this space to be for you. As much as it is for me. A lot of times I end up preaching to myself on this channel. I have to go back and watch some of my videos and just to encourage myself. And but this group that I started, this page, The Recycled Mom, it was not meant to be a monologue. Yes, I do videos and I upload them, but I would love to do more live chat because that is the format that I love. I love the dialogue between 2, 10, 100, whatever happens to come on. And I've got 5 watching here today, and I've got 1, 2 people commenting. But I will be here for 1. Last week before, when was that? I did a chat on a Sunday night on a whim, and I had 1 person on that chat, and it was a blessing for both her and I. Stephanie, me. And so yes, this group is a dialogue. I like the dialogue. I love people who will chat, who will comment. It's a conversation. And this is a space where you can come and you can say, who am I? Who have I been? Who am I becoming? What can I be? Who can I become? That kind of thing. So when we have these chats and these live videos, I covet your comments. I want your comments. I want your aha moments. Anything that I've discussed in a video or a live chat that you were like, whoa, I didn't realize I needed to deal with that, or I thought that I was over that, or hey, you know what? There's that person in that comment that said that, and I went through that too. And you can offer something because everybody has experience. And everybody has feelings, and and when we share them, we're connecting with others, and we challenge ourselves and we challenge each other's. Share a breakthrough that you had in the comments. Share something the way that you might have been challenged in your life. So if I talk about something, it's not just to be here and watch videos and watch me talk and that kind of thing. Although I do like to talk. I will talk forever. Sometimes I'll talk too much. So, but that's what I want to do with the live chats here. But I also want to even take it. I can go even deeper when we go into the Recycle Mom group on Facebook, and we can, I am not afraid to talk about topics that, I don't want to say are taboo, but in some circles, you just don't talk about them. We will go down there. I mean, if you've got, this week I was talking about feelings. Feelings are indicators. They are like the check engine light in your car. So when you end up blowing up in anger, at someone, at something, even maybe you're by yourself driving down the road and you're blowing up in anger, that's like your check engine light coming on saying, whoa, there is something going on inside, and it's time for you to take that in, get under the hood, and figure out what's going on, because what's happening down underneath is the reason why you're spouting off in anger. Anger is not the issue you have. Anger, or the issue that you have, is down here. There is something, there is harbored emotions, there's bitterness, unmet expectations, unresolved issues, something down here, self-acceptance, rejection, something that is causing all of it to come out in anger. Okay. And so everybody wants to say, oh, I have anger issues. I need to control my anger. I need to do and that's not it. It is what's down here needs to be dealt with. Okay. Stephanie, you say we feel we're letting stuff go as well, talking about something. Hang on a second. Talking about something lets you accept and let go as well. It's a very healthy thing. Yes. Yes, I'm all about that. It's like, okay, have this emotion. Let's get it on the table so we can deal with it. If we're not doing anything with it and we're either, if I'm going to continue with the car analogy, we're going to keep it in the trunk or you're going to stuff it in a closet. You're going to sweep it under the rug. It's still there. It hasn't been cleaned out and purged. You need to call it out, okay? Give it a space and say, okay, all right, I have this. I feel this way. I feel rejected by my parents. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there, okay? I feel rejected by blah, blah, blah. And, okay, put that feeling on the table. Don't say, oh, it's okay. I'll be fine. I'll get over it. No, you won't. Like Stephanie, you just said, bottle it, and eventually it fills up and it overflows. Right. That's not how we were designed to operate. God never meant for us to operate that way and live that way. Even if you don't believe in God, our bodies cannot operate that way. We cannot function on a healthy level when we keep things bottled up. The healthy way is not to spout off in anger and just to say, well, that makes me feel better. Well, yeah, it may make you feel better, but you've hurt a ton of people in the process. So it's not a good thing. It's not a good outlet. Recognizing that you have something down here, calling it out, taking it to the mechanic, and you're getting under the hood and you're saying, oh, yeah, you've got an oil leak. You got to repair that because that's why you're smoking out here, okay? You're smoking and going down the road because you got this tiny little oil leak right here and you're draining all the oil that's necessary for the engine to operate properly. So take it in, get it looked at. So you're going to call it out and say, yes, I have an oil leak. Then you have a choice of whether or not you want to deal with it or run your car with a problem. Can you still run your car with that oil leak? Sure, but how well is it going to run? How long is it going to run? What happens if you don't get it checked? And over time, your engine is going to crack and whatever, die, and you need to get a new engine or a new car. And that's way more costly than had you dealt with the oil leak in the beginning. Right? Right. So, yeah, Rachel, you have a habit to bottle stuff up until I explode. Yep, I did too. I am definitely one, if there's anything I know how to do is survive. And only because I grew up that way. I'm sorry, y'all. And the sun just came out. Holy moly! So I have learned how to survive. I have learned, growing up in the lifestyle that I did. I learned how to survive. I just learned how to just take one day. And I wasn't able to deal with all of the problems that were going on in our house. There was emotional abuse and physical abuse, sexual abuse. And I wasn't able to really deal with that. I was there mainly as trying to be, a help to my mom. And I did not want to add to her struggles because she was having, there was a fear of leaving. There was a fear of shame. There was all kinds of stuff. And that's a whole nother video to talk about that. But, you don't, I learned how to survive in that situation when my situation wasn't, something that I could control. It was very unhappy and, dysfunctional, everything. I just learned how to survive. And I was just like, whatever, I know how to deal with this. I'll just move on, get involved with other things. I'll go even help other people. I'll be this, because I don't have to focus on anything that's going on at home. It just became a survivor. And yeah, Stephanie, you make it your normal. That was my normal. And I think, even now, when things aren't going right and whatever, you just learn how to survive and you learn how to, just like, well, whatever, I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine. Somebody asks you, like even today, people will say, or when you go out and you meet people and you see people like, hey, how you doing? And you're like, hey, good. How you doing? It becomes that knee-jerk response. But I can't sit there and say, well, now it's telling everything that's going wrong with you. But yeah, there's, you go with the flow, you make it your normal, right, Stephanie? And you just learn to be a survivor, and you never, never, never deal with any of those things until one day, you're in the hospital with a panic attack, or you're suffering from acute depression. I'm sorry, I just laughed because my son sent me a meme one time about depression, and it was, anyway, give me a second. Anyway, yeah, that's why. So again, that's why I wanted to start this channel. And I say this a lot when I get on here live all the time. It's like, because we are better together. We can encourage others that there is hope, that we can thrive at life, even though we may not believe it. Your situation is of such right now that is so unhappy, so dysfunctional, so negative, that you don't see that there could ever be any hope. But there is hope, and there are so many women in this group that we have that have gone through things and are on the other side. It can say, look, I've gone through this. I've experienced this. I am on this side. And I'll tell you, a lot in order for you to get to that other side, you're going to have to go through the valley. And for me, I know in God's word, it says that I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That doesn't mean I'm dying, but in a way, sometimes in my life, I felt like I do die, to things, and I have to walk through that valley. But the Lord is with me. Psalm 23 says that, the Lord is with me, and he guides me, and he leads me, and he is taking me through this process. But I have to go through the process. I don't get out of it. I go through that process. And although I don't understand all of the processes I went through in my whole life, I went through them, and I'm on this side of them, and I have learned some things. And not just how to survive, but getting under, calling out whatever's going on with me down in here, calling it out, saying, okay, I've got that. Let's get that on the table. Let's deal with that. And once I deal with that, then I can finally get rid of it and let it go. And maybe that needs to be forgiveness. Maybe it needs to be just recognizing that I have that feeling, like maybe admitting that I do have that feeling toward that person, or or just maybe looking at myself and saying, ooh, I didn't realize that I was actually that way toward other people. But you got to go underneath that hood. I'm sorry, I kind of went on a rabbit trail there. Let's see, Stephanie says, until something hits you head on, you're kind of like a deer until it sees headlights. Then you kind of got to face it straight on. You're right, Stephanie, and it will come around that you're going to have to face it. And I would say in my life, I know that if I can go ahead and just take my car in on my own, I'm still using the car analogy. If I can take my car in on my own and have something looked at, it goes much better for me than if I wait until something is broken and then try to take it in and have it looked at. It's way better. It goes so much better doing it that way. So it takes a willingness to go, to be able to say, first listen to your car. That's what my dad always taught me, your car, get to know the sound of your car and the way it feels and the way it operates, listen to your car. And when there's something not right, take it in then. Take it in before the check engine light even comes on. Because then there's monthly maintenance. There's, whatever, daily maintenance. Of course, in our lives, we need daily maintenance. But yeah, take it in and have it checked out before the check engine light comes on. But then if a check engine light, if something spews out and you're like, woo, that's like, okay, I got something going on here. Most of the times it's anger, but it can show up in depression. It can show up in criticisms. It can show up in just a negative attitude in general. That can hamper your life and the way you react to other people, the way you treat other people. Just having a negative attitude. If you're just like, well, why have I got a crappy attitude? Well, then maybe you should just sit down, take a minute, take it to the mechanic, and figure out what's going on. Why are you so depressed? Why are you so negative? Why are you anxious? What is going on in here? And then you're going to need to deal with that. But sometimes going down here and taking it to the mechanic, and that means you got to get down there and there's something down there. I may not like what I find. I might not find out what I may not like what it costs me to fix that. There's that too. Whoa, sorry, I think I kicked the camera. There's like, wow, what's this going to cost me? I have to be inconvenienced to take my car in to have some work done on it. Are you willing to be inconvenienced? Because that's what it's about. It's an inconvenience when your kids come up to you and they need something. Maybe not all the time. That's not all the time. Your kids, ask you for something, but there are a lot of times that you want to be doing something. You want to be going to the bathroom, or you're doing something. You're in the middle of, cooking dinner or something. You can't necessarily get down and pick up little Tommy because he's going to get spattered on the stove or whatever, and you're the only one there. Little Tommy needs to understand that you can't get to him right that second. And that's inconvenient. Okay, do I put the cooking on the back burner and pick up little Tommy? Dinner can wait. There are a whole lot of things we could go about in that, but yeah, you don't have to be inconvenienced in order to take care of yourself. Yeah. What do we got here? Stephanie, I think living in silence for so long, you forget you have a voice, and there are people who will listen. Yeah, it's like retraining your brain. Stephanie, I'm glad you brought that up. Living in silence, that's just as bad too as spouting off in anger, or your frustration and that kind of thing when you blow up at other people or your kids or whatever. Silence is just as bad. You're withholding something. So you've got the spewers and you got the non-spewers, but they're both bad because you are reacting. Or living in silence, maybe you're meaning this, it's just like maybe you're not allowed to say anything. There are those relationships too, and those people who live lives where they feel like they can't say anything. Like every time they speak their mind, they're made fun of, they're put down or criticized. They're put down for having opinions. Of course, you can't even do that in today's society. You can't even have an opinion. You know what? I was starting, yeah, Stephanie says, yep, okay. I was starting off the chat with, there was a post that I saw on Facebook in my newsfeed that was talking about this woman wanted to, what was it? She was feeling bad, or she was feeling upset, so she got on her soapbox, and that's not a bad thing, but she was saying, why am I made to feel ashamed or embarrassed for celebrating Mother's Day? Where we have come in society is that, if we celebrate something positive that happens to us, I have seen it in the wedding industry where people are offended that all these people are posting their engagement pictures, their engagement weekends, their maybe those fancy proposals that they do where they videotape everything and choreograph everything, flash mob kind of stuff. But anyway, there are people out there that are saying, don't post your happiness stuff, your marriages, your wedding day, your engagement and all that kind of stuff, because it offends me, because I'm still single, I don't have a significant other, blah, 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 I'm offended. And evidently this woman was encountering some people that were offended because of, please understand me when I say these things. Because they had lost their mom and Mother's Day was hard for them, or they have lost children through miscarriages or stillbirths, or that they have lost children just in general, like someone in our church just lost their child, their grown child. These are older folks and they had suddenly lost their child. Can you even imagine losing your child, and losing your child on Mother's Day, losing your husband? I cannot imagine, but why are we, and those of us that have these things, why are we going to other people and saying, you can't be happy today because I'm in pain? Why is that? Why are we there? Rachel, yeah, be happy for others. It's stupid. I mean, right? I mean, be happy for others. Like, yeah, Stephanie, like happiness is a forbidden thing. I mean, when did this get to be acceptable? I mean, in allowing this kind of stuff to happen, like, you can't be happy. Sorry. I'm not. So yeah, misery really does love company, but like, well, I'm offended. Well, too bad. And I am not being insensitive to those people who have lost, mothers and children and stuff. I grieve for them on this day too, but I'm also celebrating because in a little bit I'm going to have to, and I'll have to end shortly, but here in a little bit, I'm going to go Skype with my mom. And I haven't seen my mom since July of last year because we live states apart. And that's just how it is. She lives there, I live here. And my mom would not want me to change that, because of her or whatever. It's just, these are the paths that we chose. But thank God for technology that I can Skype with her. Stephanie says, I lost my youngest child's twin. Doesn't mean I won't celebrate being Turtle's mom. Oh, they were twins. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I understand what you're saying. That it doesn't sound like you're carrying. I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I hear what you're saying. You are still celebrating being Turtle's mom. And absolutely, that is, I understand that was hard for you guys. And it is hard. And I know you're still a mom. You're still a mom of that child. Regardless of how far along you were. Rachel says, right, my mom lives in heaven. That doesn't mean I won't be happy for other people and celebrate the time I did have with her and the people around me. Absolutely. Rachel, you're one of the most encouraging people I know. Stephanie, meet Rachel. Rachel, meet Stephanie. Stephanie is the main Daniel's Rachel. Rachel, you've gone through so much in this last decade, and with Eric and just different things with your family and stuff. And yet I have watched you encourage people. And I'm just like, how do you find it within you when your life is so crazy and chaotic? You find it within you to be an encouragement to someone else. You've lost your dad and your mom so close together. Well, was it close together? Sure does kind of seem like it. It didn't seem too long after your mom died that Tom died. Anyway, yeah, Stephanie, that's hard. It's like you had a mixed blessing. I mean, you had sorrow and joy all at the same time. And so you lost Turtle's twin at 6 weeks. Oh, wow. Wow. So did you know you had twins and then you lost, or you had, that's just amazing. And yeah, Rachel, you celebrate the time that you did have with her. And I understand that there are moms out there who did not get to celebrate time other than the time that they carried their children in their womb. And then there are those that lost children outside of the womb or during birth. And those things are very horrible. And I am amazed at how these moms can still find happiness and joy, and they encourage other people, and it's amazing to me. And so I applaud you today. I applaud all moms today for just for what you do, and for your children at home, and for others, and for your husbands and everything, and just the stuff that you go through. Again, that's why I have the Recycled Mom here for that reason. We do get overwhelmed when we are doing all of these things for others and for our families, and we get overwhelmed with our kids and our feelings. We get overwhelmed with these feelings that we have. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, So you lost the first baby and they found Turtle when they went in for the D&C. Oh my word. She had so many questions of why and how one child died and one survived. Oh my goodness. Wow. And you know what? You may not ever know the questions as to that whole thing, why you lost one and not the other. One day you will. One day you will. And that little child that you did not get to hold is in the arms of God. And I know that. And the Bible speaks to that. I know that. And that's you're right. I don't think anyone could give you an answer, Stephanie, not on this side of heaven. But one day, you will see that child. And you're just gonna know, I think. But I know that those kids are, the kids that we lose like that. They are in the arms of Jesus, and one day we'll see them. One day you'll see them. Rachel says, I've always tried to be an encouragement to others, especially those who have lost family members. Yes, Rachel, you will be, and you are, because you've gone through that. Again, that's what I was saying earlier about, our group of the Recycled Mom. It was, you are either going through it, you have gone through it, or you will go through it. And that is why I think we have sisterhood. We have this group, and we have each other. And I think that's, and I just celebrate that, because, this is what helps us along, what gives us that connection. It's just a unique bonding with sisterhood. Men don't have this. I mean, they have, broskies and everything, but, but it's definitely a woman thing. And I think God gave that to us for, it's something unique to women. And so I encourage us all to be encouraging to other moms and to other women out there, instead of, nitpicking and criticizing. I would love to, spread positivity and general encouragement, because we are so much better when we do that than when we sit and spend time tearing each other down. Stephanie says, when Turtle was born, I almost died. And when I was gone, oh, you seen and talked to her twin, and she was a girl, looked just like Turtle, and she told me I had to take care of her sister, and I would see her again. Oh my gosh. Oh, Stephanie. Oh my gosh. So that's comforting, I think. Yes? That's comforting in a way. I mean, to me it would be, but I don't know. I've never experienced anything like that. That is just, so you almost died when Turtle was born. Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys have some stories. You guys, you ladies have some stories. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I really do not want to have to, I don't want to have to stop here. All right, that helped me a lot. It has made me feel joy and happiness to be able to be a mom to Turtle. Wow, Stephanie. Stephanie, someone is going to need to hear this. So I really hope that someone watches this chat today, and they're going to read your statement, and they're going to see that in this, chat, that how now you lost one, but you had one, not to replace, but to, you still had one, even though you lost one. It's almost like Turtle is your rainbow baby in a sense, because you lost, but you had her. That is just amazing. Still, I am still reeling over that. Yeah, Stephanie, do a video on that you understand it more, and let me know when you do that. There are also some things I do want to be able to get. I'm thinking of starting a podcast, and I would like to try to get some women on there to share stories. I think there's a month. Is it October, September? August. It's coming up, but like in the late summer, early fall months, that there is a month dedicated to pregnancy loss awareness, or like those who have lost children through stillbirth, through miscarriages, things like what you described, Stephanie. And I can't remember. I had discovered it by accident. I was searching for something else, and I was like, like I didn't realize there's all these. This is Cancer Awareness Month. This is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. This is breast cancer awareness, and there's all these months. There's all kinds of things for everything. But I do, yeah. I mean, when you get ready to do that, I know I'm putting together some videos of my story, and getting my story out there as well, and just trying to make sure that I'm doing it from a place of strength and encouragement. So, but anyway, that is so fascinating. I knew there was a reason why we connected on YouTube. There's just something about you. But definitely, I do need to end it here because I am getting ready to go Skype with my mom, and she's down there. I think they're downstairs talking with my kids right now. So I do need to get down there and get the Skype going with my mom. And I hope you all have a wonderful Mother's Day. Thanks for tuning into the chat. Please don't forget to check us out on Facebook as well. I have a Facebook page, The Recycle Mom, but I have that private Facebook group. I hope you would consider coming on over and maybe joining that group. And I will do Sunday chats with you all right here on YouTube, Sundays at 3:30 Eastern. Unless something comes up, I'll try to be here every Sunday at 3:30. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you through video. All right. Happy Mother's Day.